good afternoon, everybody. It's Tom back again. Came to Believe Recovery. I'm on Recovery Live. This is my sixth guest live stream today. We've been going strong all day, about every hour, as we've been tracking our challenge of reaching $2,000 today. And I'd like to announce today with Patrick as my sixth guest that we've reached the goal. We've actually exceeded our goal, Patrick. We've got about $2,200 raised just today.
Fantastic. That's great, Tom.
Yeah. The challenge was well met by our supporters and people that have been helped by us.
Wonderful.
Every penny of this, guys, goes towards helping some hurting or broken to be recovered. We've been talking a lot about how to get the message out, Patrick, talking about that a lot of the money, what we're doing is overall it goes so that no one ever has to, no one gets denied because of financial means, number one, but also so that we're able to get this message out so that I don't have to hear people say, why didn't I ever hear about this? You know, everywhere I go, people are like, we didn't know you existed.
Right.
And so we want to be able to do that and reach around. And I know, Patrick, just for you people in the background, Patrick is helping us in New York City to help us raise awareness and raise funds in New York City. Him and Sean O'Hare have partnered with us to help us. And one of the things they even were telling us at the beginning is, you know, we got to get some awareness in the city. And we have started that by doing the retreat in the South Bronx, which we think is a big opening now because we have a presence in New York City. But I want to thank Patrick because he is the chairman of the, if I say this wrong, Patrick, you can correct me, the Sarita Kennedy Foundation.
Yes, that's correct, Tom.
Which made a generous, large donation outside of this campaign. So Patrick is not only helping us from a organizational standpoint and supporting us, he has supported us financially. And I think, you know, from the first day we met, Patrick, when we had that lunch down in if you remember that, we had a connection, and I think you got a passion for us like right away. Tell us what's keeping you going with us these days.
Yeah, I think, well, that is true, Tom, about our immediate connection, but I also relate strongly to the population that you're serving. And I've seen a lot in the recovery world, and I was so impressed with the simplicity, the focus, and really like the supportive nature of the Came to Believe model. And as you know, I went out to California with you, went to one of the retreats. I was even more excited having seen, you know, with my own eyes, 60 or 65 people be really transformed over the course of only like 3 days. And so I became a believer, even though I was already wanting to be a believer. I'm now a full believer. And I just want the organization to be able to grow, to serve more people. It's one of the fastest ways to get your life back on track. And, you know, it's something that there's, I mean, as you know, Tom, there's so many people across our world, and particularly the United States, that are not served. So this is such a massive demand, and this is such a simple and well executed product. I think everybody should have a chance to avail themselves of it.
You know, and I remember that weekend we spent together in California. It was life-changing again for me. And you're so right, Patrick, that the population here in the United States and around the world who needs some answers for addiction, and so many, Patrick, don't get access to any kind of recovery efforts, not a rehab, you know, without insurance, a $30,000 rehab is not attainable.
Right, right.
So our option may not be the only option for people, but we want to be one of the options so that when people are looking for a way to recover, and it works, it's worked since the beginning. And if you're ready, it works, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's a proven, I don't need to tell you this, it's a proven strategy. It's a proven program. It's just that you are presenting it in a way that is very thoughtful, but it's also very like practical. And that's what I came away with seeing, you know, the whole 12-step approach brought down into very like bite-sized bits that can be transmitted over the course of 2.5 or 3 days. It was very, very effective.
It's very funny. I'll ask Patrick often when I talk to him, "Did you do your 10-step today?" And he says, "Yes, I did."
Yeah, today I did.
Today you did.
Yes.
And it's for everybody too. And that's an interesting point to make, that this recovery program is not just for people in active addiction, but it's for family members, coworkers, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers. Everybody can benefit from this.
Absolutely.
It's really good. And, you know, Patrick, one of the things that really inspired me, and we'll talk more on Friday because I know we're going to meet in the city, when I went to the Bronx into that shelter, is, you know, that specific, right in my face, that those guys have no other option. They really don't.
Yeah.
And for us to be able to go in there, and we did it free of charge to them, to be able to show them this. And Patrick, you should have seen their faces. You should have seen the faces of the clergy and the missionaries, who were quite impressed with the simplicity of a message they're trying to get across in a different way.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of overcomplication in the market. People, you know, they're well-intentioned, but they think of the problem as being so complex that they don't know how to start addressing it. And this program is like the way, as you said, it's the way that was, you know, that was arrived at in the 1930s as a simple solution. It's just that it has to be put together in the right way. And you really have done that, Tom.
Well, thank you. We put some work in, and we've been doing it. Came to believe it's been doing it for 50 years. And we've really honed it here in the last few years. And the whole point, Patrick, is to get a model that we can replicate. Right. And we can take everywhere and install it places where people need it. And that's where your generous donations go, guys, is to help us to be able to replicate this and seed this in places that need it, and help us, you know, rid the country of something like a $1.4 trillion drain on the U.S. economy, addiction. It's a big number. And for a tiny fraction of that, I think we could make a big impact if we could just, and that's what we're out here today, guys. There's a donate button in your comments. You could reach in and donate. Came to Believe Recovery. Our campaign is going on. Any little bit helps, guys. We've reached our goal today. Thank you all so much for your generous donations. We've met our matching grant, so that we got that extra $2,000. So really, we're up to $4,200. Guys, that's enough to almost sponsor a retreat team to go out and start a new retreat. It's a huge ordeal. It's a huge deal, guys, that people can hear. We could go to another city teams on that money, or another Bronx, and share this with people. It's an invaluable amount. And what we get is unbelievable.
Well, keep it going, Tom. You're doing fantastically.
Thanks, Patrick. Patrick, I want to just thank you again for your time today to take a few minutes. I know you were in the car all day today to come on and just talk to us for a minute. Again, thank you for the donations that you've given us that have helped sustain us, and for all your work behind the scene and your friendship. We really have become friends here in the short time that we've known each other. And I look forward to continuing growing in friendship with you.
Same here, Tom.
All right, buddy. Have a great day. We'll see you Friday.
Thank you. See you Friday.
Yeah.